So what I'm here to do is to share a little information with you to maybe help you stay on that trajectory of rock starism in this day of digital everything where all the rules are changing, where it's no longer just about image is everything. It's more about cyber image is everything. And that's a daunting thought when you know how easily your cyber image can be manipulated in a matter of a split second, right? And this video and these pictures were going from website to website to website, going what today we call what? Viral. Absolutely. And comments were pouring in every day, hundreds at a time. And some of them were saying that I was stupid and ugly and had no reason to live. And I started to believe them. And before I know it, I'm getting inundated with requests from media all over the country wanting to interview me with that question, what were you thinking? And before I know it, there I find myself on the set of Good Morning America, explaining my mindset that night, sharing my shame with another one of my idols, Diane Sawyer, and the rest of the country. I'm getting requests from Oprah, from Inside Edition, from the O'Reilly Factor. It goes on and on. There was no place to hide. People would drive by honking their horns, yelling terrible things out the window. I was being bullied, for sure. And online, I was being what? Cyberbullied. And like so many who are cyberbullied today, no matter what age, I wanted to die. I had no escape. And taking my own life seemed to be my only way out. That's what gave me comfort, knowing that I could do that. Thankfully, faith, family, and friends to the rescue just in time, not just to help me survive, but to help me find an inner strength I never knew I had to fight back. 3 federal lawsuits later, I got control of my life back again. I got copyright ownership to all of those images, giving me legal means then to stop the dissemination and get as much of it off the internet as I could. So as I was working my way back up then to the anchor desk, trying to make sure the whole world knew that I was more than this one mistake, I wanted to separate myself from what I call my naked nightmare, pretend that it never happened. And then it occurred to me, this thing is part of me. It occurred to me how much I learned from it. And it occurred to me how much I don't want something like what happened to me to happen to you, or you, or you, or you, or you, or any of the rock stars in this room. Now, I'm sure you're thinking, well, you don't have to worry about that. She's talking about some kind of naked nightmare from Key West. And I sure hope not. But here's the reality. It could be something as simple, you guys, as having a meltdown on your kids in the grocery store. What does that look like? Being rude to a store clerk. What do you do when that road rage just gets the best of you? It could be something like fighting with a flight attendant. There was a story not long ago of a high-level executive woman who was seated on a plane next to a baby, and she did not want to be next to that child. So she asked the flight attendant, would you please move me? And the flight attendant could not accommodate her. So this woman stood up and had a meltdown on that flight attendant, threatened the flight attendant's job. Someone was recording that whole thing, put it up online, and what happened to that video? It went viral. And what happened after that? The high-level executive lost her job, not the flight attendant. The point is, no one is immune. We are all going to do things we regret. We're all going to make mistakes. We're all going to do what? Get caught up in the moment. Because we are all what? Human. Absolutely. Now I break this down into what I call my top 5 digital dangers. Okay, digital danger number 1, oh, this drives me crazy. This myth that we have privacy. Listen, in the US, we might have a right to privacy. Doesn't mean we have it. And it drives me crazy when I come across a risky post or picture on someone's social media and I bring it to their attention and they say, oh, don't worry about it. I've got my privacy settings set. Come on up here, Michelle. You're always up for anything, I can tell. Take your phone. Your phone. Yeah, we got to take a selfie on your phone, okay? Okay. Yay. Thank you. Yes. Listen, selfies are fun. I get it. I take part in selfies. But with the selfies or with any pictures or posts you allow yourself to be part of, you can control, since there's so little in life we really can control. Take inventory of these pictures. What's going on in the background? What kind of signage is back there? Is there a picture advertising what t-shirt contest? Is there a political sign back there? Is there a sleazy bar behind you? What are other people doing in your picture that might be a bad reflection on you? So anybody, doing any kind of hand gestures or sticking their tongue out or anything like that?
Nina's taking a photo.
Nina, okay. Nina, she's the trouble one out there. And finally, what are you doing in that picture that could be misinterpreted, like Sally and her bong? When it comes to pictures and posts you can control, I have to talk about this. Sexting, yes. Sexting takes place from the tweens, which is really unfortunate, all the way up to grandparents, which is unfortunate as well. It is like playing with fire. Possibility of it going viral is tremendous. And you don't have to go viral globally like I did for it to bring down your world. All you have to do is go viral in your own little world for it to make your life a living hell. Okay? Virability. And this is something few people know. With sexting, even if it's just an innocent little sex to your husband or boyfriend or girlfriend or whatever, there are websites out there that are double, triple, X-rated websites, and they have experts who are incredible, who are constantly searching cyberspace for pictures with skin. And when you take a picture, even though you don't send it or share it with anyone, it's already going up right to the cloud. So it's already out there and it's already accessible to them just taking that picture. And when they find those pictures, they slap them up on their awful websites with your name attached, where you're from, your age, anything they can find out about you. They put it up there and good luck getting it down once it's up there. So that is something a lot of people don't think about. Now, some people will say, well, how about if I just took a picture without showing my face? Technology is so much smarter than we are, because with every picture that you take, there's a code embedded in that picture that will track it right back to your cell phone, right back to you for the most part. And the show starts at 4:30 in the morning, which meant oftentimes I was on the road at 2:30 in the morning. I always have to go through my local Dunkin' Donuts and grab my brew, right? And so I placed my order, and this one morning I am running late. And I pull around after I place my order, and there's no one at the window, but in the drive-through lane, right in front of me, there's a police cruiser just stopped. He's not going anywhere. Again, I don't have time to be late. I got to go. I'm not going to honk my horn at the police officer because I'm using that little voice inside my head. So I decided, okay, I'll just gently go around him. And I'm not going to look at him because I'm told I give a really dirty look when I'm annoyed and I can't help it. So again, using that little voice inside my head. So I get to the window and I ask the woman, what's going on back here? She goes, I don't know, his order has been here for 10 minutes. I can't see and I'm not allowed to leave the building during this shift. So what do you see? So I look in my rearview mirror and there's this police officer with his head slumped back and his mouth wide open. I jump out of my car and run back to him. And the window is down and the car is running. And I hear this terrible noise. How does it sound to snore? Give us. Yeah. There we go. That's what you got your Olive doll for. Yes. A police officer sleeping at a donut shop, you guys. I wake him up gently. He's startled and he's embarrassed. And he thanks me and I tell him to remember that next time he pulls me over. Because I don't always use that voice inside my head when it comes to speed. So as I pull away, I realize, he was so sound asleep. What if I would have taken a picture of this, taken video of it. What would have happened then? This comes down to calling out and shaming. And you're not even thinking that that's what you're doing. Certainly, he would have gotten fired, and he would have made headline news. I can tell you as a journalist, we don't pay our police officers to be sleeping at a donut shop while they're on shift with their running car, with a gun in their holster. It would have made national news. What would have happened to him then? Fired, maybe trouble at home, right? And how is he going to get another job? All because social media gold moment for me. So I'm just saying, please make sure that you think about what could happen when you are putting out any pictures of anyone else without their consent. That's really important. It makes a big difference, and it's really about being kind online. As much as I am here to tell you no one is immune, as much as I'm here to tell you it's out there forever and for all to see, there you go. Thank you. I'm also here to tell you I am living proof. It's survivable, one step at a time. So a couple steps I'm going to give you real quickly. If you have, some of you might be thinking of a picture or post you have out there that probably shouldn't be out there, or a loved one has, maybe one of your kids has. First step, delete it, of course. And again, deleting doesn't necessarily completely remove it from the cyber world, but delete it. But you got to do the second step too. And the second step is to go in and for every picture and post that you might delete, replace it with those things that you want people to say about you, you want people to know about you, you want to be representative of you for the rest of your life. Pictures of you with your family, pictures of you volunteering, pictures of you playing sports, things like that. Populate your social media with those things, push the other stuff out, and then you have a better chance of it not coming back to haunt you. And finally, oh, this is my favorite. This too shall pass. Everybody, please say it with me. This too shall pass. Like with any challenge we go through, any hardship we endure, how many of you have been through a situation where you thought, oh, this is the end of me, I'm never going to get through this? How many of you have been through that? Who hasn't, honestly? And we're all here, right, because it passed. And not only does it pass, challenges are a blessing in so many ways. Makes us stronger, makes us wiser, and makes us more equipped to help others who come across similar situations down the road. So this too shall pass, which is so important. All right, so digital danger, it's real, it's all around us, and it's very scary indeed. But just like every danger we live with these days, the more we know about it, the more we're vigilant about it, the less likely we are to fall victim, and the more likely we are to rise up, go capture your hopes and dreams, and live life uninterrupted as it should be. I'm Catherine Bosley. Thank you so much, you guys, for listening, and my best to you. Stay safe.